A man is in custody after chasing 3 people with a knife. 37-year-old Marvin Runs Close is charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault, 1 count of domestic aggravated assault, along with some warrants. Now, this started at 1:49 this morning when there was an argument outside an apartment on 8th and Prairie Avenue. One of the people forgot her backpack, and that's when Run Close produced a knife and chased her outside. He then chased all 3 down an alleyway. Police arrived shortly after, and all involved knew each other. Police aren't sure what led to the crime.